Hello everyone, welcome back. I decided to make another video tonight, so I might do one more. So it'd be three videos that I put up tonight. So whenever you get a chance, make sure you stroll down and look at the rest of them. Um, Thank you for always coming back to my channel. Make sure you subscribe and like, share, comment, and stay tuned for all the next videos. It's not just about my business, which everybody should know by now, or the new ones. I do have two websites. Hopefully, in the future, I will be coming out with another website. My first one is selling virgin Remy hair extension called Sweet Remy Lovely Hair, which I will put it down below. I also sell warmers, wax bars, oil, shades, and bases. It's a lot of other nice items on that website too. That website called lovelysmellgoods.scentsy.us. So check that out, and that will be down below too. So today I want to talk about me living with diabetes. I know it's plenty of people out there is with me as well with diabetes. Um, Being healthy, changing your eating habits, it can be very, very hard when we used to eating basically what we want or things to get by throughout the day, especially like when you out taking care of business. It's easy for us to grab something good, fast to eat and keep it moving. It works for us at that time. So, I have, slacked down from a lot of my bad habits. I've been doing good with it, but I also had, like, you'll see the other videos. Like I said, I put three videos up tonight. Hopefully after this one, I'll put in one more. But I basically was talking about my other health issues, and sometimes that keeps me from not wanting to eat. Um, Also, it's another health issue, which after this video, I'll be talking about that as well. And it's a lot of stuff that I deal with, but I want to make sure that I have different meals. Especially when you're changing your eating habits, that's one thing hard, to start off with. But then when you get bored with it, you back at square one. Or like when you out taking care of business and you just like, listen, I'm tired. I don't want to go home and cook. I just can't do this today. And even when we go to the store, it's plenty of times I don't went to the store and shop or go shopping somewhere else. Listen, I don't want to cook nothing. So it's just like, making sure that I have some quick healthy meals. Now I do love fruit, but by me having diabetes, some fruits, is too sweet for me, like oranges and stuff like that. I could eat some of it sometimes, but I'm trying to say like when you first start off, you can't start cold turkey on anything because it's gonna bore you. You're gonna get bored with it. You're gonna go right back to square one. So I always say once a week treat yourself. Then from there, get tougher on yourself. Try 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And then you'll find yourself doing it maybe once a month. Being tough, especially like if you got diabetes and you just want something sweet, like say if you want a piece of cake, bam, make sure that's like once a month and not too much. Um, Say like for instance, try to get into looking up sugar-free candy if you are, candy eating person. Sometimes I want, some candy sometimes. And I know at Walgreens, they got a kind of variety of little things. They have some candy. I don't remember exactly the name got on the sugar-free section, but it tastes like Snickers, but it just like maybe I'll say the way for me to explain it, like a pinch off a taste, but it's still good. They have some peppermint patties still taste the same, and it's under the sugar free section. Um, I said I was gonna try my time, take my time and look on Amazon. and see if they got sugar-free candy as well. It's good to have with you, like when you take, out or something, and you just say, listen, I want something, quick to pick me up or something. Um, so say like recipes. I'm looking around for good recipes. I love salads. I love grilled food. But where I live at, we can't grill, outside. So, you know, unfortunately, I will have to probably get that liquid smoke and, try that. But I do love baked foods. I love baking my chicken. Let me tell you something. The chicken wings, I love baked chicken wings. Or I love putting them on the stove and boil them. Um, I do have to change my season. And that is, a harder thing for me. Mrs. Dash, I'm gonna have to change to that, but I'm gonna have to like take test, all the flavors. Hopefully I can find, was it steak season, which the season from, was it, what's that, I don't forgot the name of the brand, the other one, but it's almost like a rub, and it really seasons the meats good, and I basically use it for at mostly all my meats. So hopefully I can find something like that. But I know in the past when I used steak season and I used the spicy one as well, it actually made a certain type of gravy when I boil the chicken or bake the chicken. But it does depends on how much you put on there. um if you put, I ain't gonna say a whole bunch, but enough to cover it, or maybe you have to, season it and let it sit overnight, and it will help. And what I do is put onions in the pan, and I put excuse me, I also put some water in my pan, and then put some rental wrap over it and put it in the oven. Or if I decide to do it over the stove, I do it the same way, and then just put a rental wrap or put a top over it and let it boil. So I know one time it made this perfect sauce. It was so good. Um, but I will, trust me, I would eat the whole pot if I could. I love baked chicken, but that I love my vegetables. I do like broccoli, corn, stuff like that. I do like collard greens, but I like it mostly when somebody else cook it. Let me see. Mm, it's some other things. I probably just have to take my time and get some cookbooks and try to find some good healthy recipes and stuff like that. If anyone has some good recipes, if you can comment down below, or I know some of my videos right now is showing up, no comment is on a couple of them, but some of them you can comment on. So if you could just go to either one of them, and once I see it, I will respond to it, and I thank you. If you could give me a recipe, or if you know a cookbook, I could look it up or whatever. I thank you. Um, but I also wanted to talk about how do you, feel on an everyday basis of you living with diabetes. What do you do to really um, motivate yourself to eat healthy, to try to get up and exercise, and stick to it? That's the biggest thing, sticking to it. It's like, like right now, back in the days, it's been a while. I had, I used to think about when I go to the gym, you know, I'm gonna be real tired. So one day I end up going, and I started, and I end up actually liking it, and I actually did good with all the machines. I don't remember this machine name, but I know it just looked like when you put some skis on it, but it's a bike that legs is going around and around. I didn't like that one. That one was the only one that I couldn't handle. But because I turn around, everybody just bawling, just keep on going. I'm like, Lord, this ain't gonna happen. But I could get on the treadmill. When I first started, I started for 30 minutes, and then as time went on, when I got used to it, I will do up to 45 minutes, and I was gonna try to like push myself about another maybe an hour and 30 minutes or so, just keep on. But I will do the treadmill, and then the one that you push your legs out, and then it's another machine you put your legs around the machine, push your legs in and out, going backwards way. Um, Let me see. I use the thing when you push up, to make your arms strong and stuff like that. So I was doing good, and it's another machine that I have looked up, and I said, if God's willing, He blessed me, I'm gonna get this machine in my house. You sit down, and it's a board in front of you, and you put your legs, your feet all the way up, and you before you get on there, set the weights what you want. But I know when I was in the gym, I think they set mine to three, only up to 3 pounds, I guess. So what you do is push in and out, and I love that because it works with your legs and it works with your stomach too. And I know with my stomach, I have like a beach. Mine's is like a beach ball. So and it's round, so it's like still round, but when I'm losing weight, my stomach will go up and push out first. So like when keep exercising, what it do is lift it up. So it be sitting up high. And I guess if I keep on doing it, then it will tighten and go in. And I guess that's because of the way I'm shaped. So I paid attention to that, and I actually like that. Because I wanted to lift my stomach up and get it back in. Um, I'm not looking for it to be completely flat. If it's a little beach ball, a pouch, I don't care. So, but long as I'm losing the stomach or losing the weight that I have now. The last time I checked, I was 190, and um, no, well, a couple months ago, I was 190, and the last time I went to the doctors, I was 179. So I've been doing good. I've been okay. So what I said to myself, I want to break that as well. So I was trying to sit back and think, I'm 179. So should I lose about maybe 20 more pounds or 30 more pounds? So, I'll see. Because sometimes you know how you look at your weight. We see our rows, and we think that we might have to lose more until we start losing it. And like someone explained to me, you could lose 10 pounds and it makes a big difference, and it does. And you are thinking, well, oh, if I lose 10 pounds, that's not going to be enough. But reality, it could be enough for you. So hopefully, you know break through that ice and be able to get that weight off me like I want to. So if y'all see me lose weight, my face get a little slimmer, you know what I'm doing. um if I start doing going to the gym or whatever, I might video that as well. And it's going to be other things that I decide to video. So it's not just about my business. I just wanted to name my YouTube channel that because I am going to talk about my business or whatever. If another one comes out, I will announce that up here as well. So stay tuned to it. And I think everyone who comes to my YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you for supporting me. Even if you go to my website, thank you. Um, if anybody like to share their stuff, you can let me know, because I like different things as well. So just reach out to me to either on Facebook, whatever. You can inbox me, and I check your items out. Definitely, if my money right, I will order. So yeah, but living with this diabetes sometimes it can be hard. Basically, like you gotta stick yourself every day. I'm just like, some days I'm just like over it. It gets on my nerves. But I have been, trying to, make sure I keep pushing myself when I feel like that. And another thing that I suffer with, that yes, suffer with, I get sick on my stomach when I gotta take my medicine. Is anyone else out there that does that? I get real sick on my stomach at the moment that I have to take my medicine. I just don't want to do it. I don't know what it is, but once it's over with, I done took the medicine, I'm back to normal. So I don't know if someone else deal with that or if have something else to deal with what I'm dealing with on my own, because I got some lot of health issues, and it's something. But I'm sorry, I see somebody um sending messages. But it's a difficult thing to deal with. Sometimes when you home, okay, this is another thing. Yes, when I I eat something and it will hold me while I'm in the house. I've been noticing if I to go somewhere, it's like I never ate anything. And I just be wondering why is my body is not, holding that. It's not taking to what I eat. So if I ate like a big plate of, let me say, like if I had some chicken, some broccoli, um, and maybe some other vegetables on the side, I personally think that's enough. And I actually be full. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel hungry, but then as soon as I get outside and start walking around, it's like I never ate. And I just be like, well, this, like, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, or do anybody else that have diabetes do this to your body as well? Help me on that, because like I be just wondering, like, it is too much. But just to know, like I say, I always tell people, you're not the only one. I have certain symptoms. I know you have certain symptoms. I know some of the time it get on your nerves. You don't want to stick your finger. Especially like me, I be thinking like if I stick my finger, go touch something, like especially like what's going on now. But I felt like that before any of this crazy stuff came out. I always felt that way. I was like, I don't want to touch nothing, or I hate to take my medicine with me because I don't want nobody else to touch it. I don't I don't want to stick my finger while I'm out, because I just feel like it's more safer at home. That's how I feel. So I don't know if y'all feel that way. Let me know, because um, don't think that I'm tripping, or but that's just the way I feel. I can't deal with it. So um, like I said, I'm gonna try my best to keep looking around. In the future, hopefully, if God's willing, I'll probably go to one of the like Sam's Clubs or something to see if I can get certain things in box, so that way I could like start preparing a lot of meals. Maybe that will help me when the times that I don't feel like getting up to cook something already be prepared. So if I came home and made a whole bunch of salads, because sometimes I can eat salads for a week, so I could get on a kick salad. The thing what I mean, just wanting salads all day. So I can eat it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, stuff like that. Um, and what do you like in your salads? Me, I like grapes, bagel bits. I like boiled eggs. I like raw onions. Um, I like shrimp in it sometimes, but it's not a, a thing that I run for all the time. I do love seafood, but I just don't always want it in my salads. But I love grilled steak in my salad. I love chopping it up a certain way. Even if I go out, that's what I get. A steak and a salad. Longhorn Steakhouse had a strawberry pecan salad with vinaigrette dressing. When I tell you it was so good, I mean it was the bomb. And so I chopped it up a certain way, mixed it up together, and I, eat on that a little bit. Um, let me see. Mm, I like tuna fish. With my tuna fish, I like raw onions, boiled eggs. You put a little bit of mustard in it, and let me see. I don't put nothing else in it. I put maybe some pepper or something in it, but I don't put nothing else in it. I just put the onions, boiled eggs, oh, and the mayonnaise. Definitely the mayonnaise. I don't play with my mayonnaise. I gotta have my mayonnaise. Even if I eat sandwiches, I hate a sandwich without the mayonnaise. Unless I just really got a taste for it, or if I'm drinking something different that haven't had in a while, and I want it, with that meal. Um, but I mean, it's a lot of stuff that when I be looking in the cookbooks, I be seeing certain things, and I'll be like, do I really want to try this? Or, to me, it's like I'd rather for someone else to cook it, especially when it come down to that. And don't get me wrong, I know how to cook, but I'm a soul food soul food good cooker. How I'll put it like that. I'm real good with soul food. I like baking macaroni and cheese, candy yams, stuff like that. You know, and I definitely could cook my steaks. The way I cook my steaks, I bake my steaks as well. I don't fry 'em. All my meats I mostly bake. Like the only thing once in a while I fry some chicken, but my other meats, pork chops and all of that. If I don't put it in the oven, I put it on top of the stove and let it simmer. So, y'all guys tell me, you know, what what is y'all healthy kick? What are y'all into? I know a lot of people going vegan. I can't even say it. I can't get it out. Sorry, I suck my thumb, so don't hold that against me. But y'all don't like to eat meat. I'm gonna put it like that. So, but I can't go cold turkey and do that. My body is not gonna allow it. It was taught to me, make me feel all woozy, whatever. I'm not doing it. So, oh, the only thing I could do is bake my foods. That's the most healthy. You can eat fish, chicken, seafood, and we're gonna stick to that. So, um, like I said, tell me if you have any good recipes, stuff like that. Um, do you really stick to you sticking your finger every day? What type of machine do you have? I know they have a machine out now that you can, I guess you gotta download an app and you could take your phone and stick the monitor that be on your arm, and it could tell you without sticking your finger. I wish I could get that because that would help me a whole lot. Um, because I hate sticking my finger sometimes. Um, and just, let me know what, what helps you, motivate you. Is it you really eating healthy, or you really exercising? Do that mentally um make your day, better? Do it kill a lot of stress for you and stuff like that? Because, when I worked out, I was in the shop that I was doing it, and I was happy that I was getting up mostly every couple of days because I could deal with it 3 days in a row because my muscles was tighten up so bad. I was so sore. I said, I can't do no more than 3 days. So, I said, "Oh, hopefully my days will get better with that." So once I start again, I'm gonna start off with the treadmill and, go for that because you gotta stretch your legs and stuff like that. So, and the rest is in God's hands. I tell y'all all the time, pray. Keep it going. Pray. Be strong. keep motivated, everything. God gonna help you, cause he brought me a long ways, a long ways. I'm very, very, very proud of myself because a couple years ago I was in really a bad place. But I'm dealing with my health issues the best way I can, and I know, like I said, God ain't bring me this far for no reason. He's gonna keep me going. So, like I said, y'all, just put if you can put a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Um, Make sure you continue to come back to my YouTube channel, and I thank you all. Remember to go to my websites. I'm telling y'all, special for those who like hair. You will not be disappointed. And for the warmers and stuff, they are some nice warmers. I mean, they are nice pieces to be sitting around in your house. They could be gifts, birthday presents, anniversary gifts, Christmas gifts. You know what I'm saying? Anything. And then the wax bars, for me, it was very common for me. It smelled good and it was very calm. It When I walk in my room, it made me feel calm. And we also have oils that's uplifting, calming, balance. So, and then we have the shades and bases for the oils, so you can purchase them. They like the highest on there. We also got the ones with